أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good morning to all. I am Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Dr. Muhammad Yaseen, Assistant Professor in National Textile University, Faisalabad, Pakistan. I am thankful to IIU, which is the world's first internship university providing quality, accessible, affordable, skill-based and location-independent education to the learners across the globe. Along with internship and research opportunities, this university is playing a very significant role in educating the people along the globe. I am also thankful to Mr. Pecho Pandit and Kurina Sujada, who gave me this chance. And today, the topic which I am going to speak is a very burning issue in the globe. And please allow me to share my screen. Yes, thank you. The topic is about the restoration of social prestige of transgenders in society. As we all know that transgenders are facing a lot of issue in the globe, even in the developed countries too. So today, I would like to share how can we restore their social prestige and make them a useful citizen of the society. So we start at first of all, we see in the Holy Quran, it is said that وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي Adam, that we gave the respect to human being. And again, Quran says, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ, that we have created human in a beautiful pattern. But unfortunately, we have divided the people in two categories: the one who were born normally, just like us, and second, who were born abnormally. And those people are termed as transgenders. They are humiliated in every society. And thanks to medical development, that it can make them able to become just like a normal people. But first of all, it is necessary to know that how the gender is determined at the first stage, and then we see that what is the societal behavior with the transgenders and what type of the treatment treatments are available at this time, and if the transgenders are medically treatment, which type of advantages they can get. We use different words for the transgenders, transsexuals, intersex people, hunsa, or in Endopark, the word hijra is also used for them. Scientifically, everyone has dual genes, one from the father and other from the mother. And in initial stage of pregnancy, every girl is inherited of X chromosomes. But after the 8th week of pregnancy, the Y chromosomes become active. And it is fact that every male carries X and Y chromosomes, and every female has XX chromosomes. And if the X and Y chromosomes fused, the newborn will be the boy. And if the XX chromosomes fused, the newborn will be a girl. But in rare cases, it becomes that 2X and 1Y is fused. As a result, this is known as XXY syndrome. And in some cases, X and Y are fused, so it is known as XYY syndrome. And sometimes it happened that only one X is fused and other chromosome is missed. And in some other cases, and that's a very rare cases, that 3 X chromosomes are fused. And that is called trisomy X. So these are the different kinds of transgenders which are present in our societies. Now, how can we recognize, find out that the particular person is a transgender? There are some certain signs. The first is that ambiguous genitalia or infant's external genitalia does not appear to be clearly either male or female shape, or he might be, or baby might be have a very small, we can say, genitalia, or sometimes the abnormal enlargement of the clitoris is also seen there, and sometimes labia minora of the vagina becomes stuck together, and sometimes the testes are undescendant and move back and forth between the scrotum and the groin. So these are the signs when they are seen in any newborn baby, then the particular person is considered as a transgender. Now we come towards the societal behavior. If some baby is born not that a transgender, first of all, we see the behavior of the family members. Their family consider that they are unlucky to have a such abnormal baby. And in the societies, yes, when they are just like we can say kids or small babies, they are sexual harassed by the cousins and the parents' rejection. Yes, of course, it is also seen that parents do not like such people and reject them. There is one example is of Mr. Hussein Muhammad, who was violated by his cousins. When his mother came to know about this, she did not console Hussein Muhammad. Rather, her response was that, what have I done to deserve having a sick child? And she kicked him out. This behavior is seen normally especially in the third world countries. And if you see the behavior of the common people in the society, whenever they come across transgenders, they consider them just like a prostitute. Yes, they also raised derogatory remarks against them. They taunt them, and even sexual harassment cases are seen in the society. And I have listened a number of taunting or derogatory remarks, even by the children, when the transgenders pass by them. And if we come towards the law enforcement agencies, whose sole duty is to protect their member of the society. But in case of the transgender, the situation is totally different. They could not get legitimate assistance to enlist their cases. And one of the Malaysian transgender described his story that once a person grinned into her home, he assaulted her, tore open her shirt, and even stole her cell phone. When she went to police station for the assistance, and the police remarked that you yourself offer sexual offer to that person. And he advised her to withdraw the case, and it would be better for him. And now, if we come towards another aspect, and that is a job discrimination. We see that no agencies or no factory or no, we can say, industry ever hire the transgenders. They could not get appointment at any, we can say, that place to earn their bread. Because one of the transgender wrote that she was rejected many times by an international organization. When they could not get any job, then they are forced to join the dances parties. In Endo Park, we see that they went in marriage ceremonies or newborn baby ceremonies, and there they dance and get some money to earn their bread. And even they are forced for sexual activities. And in Pakistan, nowadays, I have seen a number of transgenders in market in bazaars and in streets for begging. The government has banned on dancing parties, on marriage functions. So no one invited them, but they have to, of course, they have to fill their bellies. Their parents had expelled them from their homes. They are forced to live with their own people. And for this purpose, to live a normal life, just like we say, to earn some money, they are now forced for begging. And if we come towards the doctors, the medical professions, which type of behavior they have with the transgenders? They told them, humiliate them, and even according to some transgenders, that they avoid to touch them for examination. But if they touch them, they touch their pelvic area. One of the transgender, Naz, wrote that she had a low blood pressure case and she visited a government hospital, and where her shirt was open by the doctor, he pointed towards her breast by humiliated way. So they cannot get a proper medication in third world countries. One of the Iranian transgender told that once she experienced of a pain, cruelty and abuse by the medical people. When she went to the in charge for the complaint, and his response was that you should be thankful to God that you were not raped by him. As a result, when they are not able to get the proper medical treatment, then they started self-medication, which resulted the harmful effect on their bodies. And even there are number of cases that due to the behavior of the people, some transgenders also attempt for suicide. Now we come towards the educational institutions. The educational institutions close their doors for the transgenders. If they get admission in civilized and modern or developed countries, they have to face taunt by their fellows, teachers, and even by the head of the institute. One of the Iranian transgender told that everyone in school used to mock me. Even the principal and the vice principal, they used to call me sissy boy. I had nowhere to turn to. They told me I was acting like a faggot. Means, you know that how many institutions are there who give the chance of education to transgenders. And they are also harassed there if they get admission, and they face the violence. As a result, they are forced to drop out from their educational institutions. GLSEN, Gay, Lesbian, and State Education Network, LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, and queer, the largest educational organization in USA, stated transgender students face much higher level of harassment and violence than lesbians, gays, and bisexual students. And these high levels of victimization result in these students missing more school, receiving lower grades, and feeling isolated and not part of the school community. And now we come towards the next part. But before it, you people have seen a number of transgenders around your areas, and you have seen them in a pitiable conditions. And yes, we all are well-educated people. From primary school till university, how many of us have transgenders class fellows? I think in subcontinent, it might be example of a few people. Otherwise, I think a zero example might be there. Now, medical science worked a lot, and ultimately the doctors were able to have some treatment for the transgenders to restore their physical appearance according to their internal body. At first step, the hormone therapy is taken. The transgender women are given androgens, that are the male hormones, if their body is internally a male structure. And transgender men, estrogens and progesterones are given if their internal body is just like a female. This will result in the appearance of the feminine and masculine appearance. Their vocal cords cannot be changed. Therefore, voices of both genders will be changed slightly. They can never be just like normal male and female, but there will be a slight change in hormone therapy. Now we come towards the second part, that is called SRS, means sex reassignment surgery. They are divided into two parts. The first one is MTF, male to female surgery. At first step, the doctor examine if the transgenders internally is a male, but externally he seems like a female, then the MTF, male to female surgery, is adopted by the doctors. At first step, the breast augmentation is given, and for this purpose, the silicone envelops with saline, means salt water, is injected behind the breast glands. And behind the pectoral's major muscles of the chest, and then finally, the last one is the vaginoplasty is done. As a result, the person's appearance can become like the normal person. Now we come towards the FTM, means female to male surgery. For this purpose, first of all, the doctors remove the breasts, and they, after that, construct external genitalia by the tissues, which can be taken from his arm or by thigh or somewhere which the doctor find it suitable, or from the lower abdominal or groin. And for FTM, the previously few years back, its treatment cost 200,000, but in government hospital, it was given free of cost. And when the female is converted to male, at first step, the silicone genitalia is implanted. That is a non-inflatable implantation, and it is bendable and positionable rods. An outcoating of silicone and inner stainless steel core or interlocking plastic joints is used for this purpose. The second one is two-piece inflatable implants. Two cylinders are inserted in the shaft of the external genitalia, and hydraulic pump is used for erection, and a reservoir containing salt water is used for this purpose. And it is a costly treatment, and it cost about 400,000, mean 4 lakh rupees. Number one is three-piece inflatable implantation. In this, the cylinder in the external genitalia is used, and the reservoir is implanted in the belly, and pump is used for erection and for the release, and it is involved in the scrotum. So these are the ways to change the gender of the transgenders, and it is not an easy job. Hormone therapy, that is the first and initial method, is mostly used by the doctors. But if the second and third one is adopted, it takes a lot of time and a lot of money. As a result, the physical appearance would be not 100% equal to normal human being, but mostly like a normal human being. Now the question arises, especially in ethical purpose, whether a person can change his or her gender. Some people who does not allow the change of gender, they consider that it is the greatest sin because they are made or created by Allah. If we change their gender, then we will be the sinner. And that would be the change of the creation of Allah. But as we know that transgenderism is a medical issue, and no doubt when we fell ill, we consult the doctor for the treatment. So as a treatment, we can consult the doctor and they can get their gender change according to their internal body. But one thing is very necessary, and keep it in their mind that if they have the fully developed organs, just like a normal male or female, and any one of them say that I am not satisfied with my appearance, with my gender, and I want to change my gender, he or she cannot be allowed. As it is not a medical case or nor abnormalities. Some people say that when someone is not happy with his or her appearance, it means he should be given a chance or permission to change his or her gender according to his or her wish. How can it be allowed? Otherwise, someone say that I like, of course, the adultery because I wish it. Can a civilized society allow him or her? If sir want to, yes, any crime, theft or anything, because it give him peace internally, then no society can allow him. It will be the same case for those people who have fully developed organs. If they change them, then they will be considered they are the changer of the creation of Allah, and they will commit the greatest sin. Yes, those people who are born in a wrong body, they can consult the medical doctor for their treatment. When I was doing the research, as my PhD is on the change of gender, change of sex, according to Islamic teachings and religious point of view, I met two different doctors, and especially one of the doctor in Bahawalpur, Dr. Zubair, a pediatric surgeon. When I went to his house for discussion, he told me that a family just before me came to the doctor and their baby had no gender, not a boy, not a girl. And he said that now I am working and doing treatment according to her or his internal body. And whereas in case of one of the other doctor, I met him, he's a plastic surgeon. His children were my students. When I discussed him, he said a girl is continuously approaching me. She has a fully developed parts and requested me to change my gender because I am not satisfied with my gender. It means there are a number of abnormal cases. We can say that such people can be called abnormal. They are not born in the wrong body. They have fully developed body. So such people can never be given any permission. And as concerned to those people who say that even the transgenders are not allowed to take the treatment, there are number of teachings from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam who give permission for the treatment. For example, it is narrated by Bukhari, Sahih Bukhari, that Hazrat Abu Huraira Raziallahu ta'ala narrated that Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said, there is no disease that Allah has created, except that He also has created its treatment. According to this hadith, that every disease has its treatment, and treatment has been created by Allah. Now it is the duty of the human being to work and to research and find out the treatment of a certain disease. And according to Abu Dawud, one of the famous book of Sahih Hadith, that Hazrat Jabir bin Abdullah narrated that Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent a physician to Ubay ibn Ka'b and he cut his vein. It means that the permission of surgery is also given by Islam. And now we come towards the main side of our topic, that which type of the advantages the transgenders will get if they got their gender change either by hormones or by surgery. First of all, they will spend their normal life like a normal human being. They will not have to face derogatory statements, sentences, or taunted by the people. Yes, they can get education in all the institutions. And when they will be just like a normal human being, they can also get jobs in different places. They will get respect in the society. They will not have to force for begging or sexual or other unethical activities to fill their bellies. And according to my point of view, if male are changed according to their internal body and female according to their internal body parts, they can get married too. They can spend a life like a wife and husband, but they cannot get their own children. It is not, we can say, a major issue, as we see in our societies that there are number of normal males and females who have not their own children. And they can also, yes, if they are just like a normal human being, no people will hesitate to give any, we can say, a job in their own homes. But I have visited a number of transgenders during my research, motivated them to come towards the medical treatment, but they are not agree. I cannot understand the reason behind them. They like to live in their own societies with their gurus. So we have to take a bold step. The first one is that when we come to know that the newborn baby has no gender or any transgenderism issue, we should not hide them. We should not face humiliation. We should at once consult the doctors, the periodic surgeons. They can help us to make the baby just like a normal person. But in our society, the parents hide that. They do not consult the doctor. They consider it as their humiliation. We have to teach our people that the transgenders are not born by our faults. They are born by Allah. It's not our fault. We should not feel shame on their birth. Rather, take the proper medication. And the parents should not humiliate them as soon as they come to know that the newborn baby is a transgender. It is the duty of the teachers, it's the duty of the government to change our syllabus, to include the topic of transgenderism in the syllabus, so that our young generations are able to know that the transgenderism is a medical issue. We should also aware our parents that they should play their role in this concern. We should also organize these seminars, webinars on national and international levels to educate the people. And I am really thankful to IIU that they take a bold step to give me a chance to speak on this burning issue. And again, we should have a separate wards in hospitals. And again, the doctors should play the positive role regarding the transgenders. If the people with fully developed body parts consult them to change their gender, and even they offer them a lot of money, they should reject them. They should help only those people who are born in the wrong body. And I hope if such type of a burning issue is included in the syllabus taught in our institutions, and especially I think in religious institutions, it would be helpful. And I hope that after a few years, in near futures, the people will be able to understand the real issue of transgenders. They do not humiliate them. They consider them the creation of Allah and respect them. And at the end, I am again thankful to IIU for this honor. Now, if anyone has any question, please. Yes.